Welcome back to part 2 of King's Quest. So last time we left off, we have gone through our first dungeon, we made it across the bridge, and we passed our first test into knighthood, the chivalry test. When we last left off, our next test was to find an eye, and present that as our entrance ticket. So, again, we've got 3 paths ahead of us. We can either go through the bravery route and get an eye linked to bravery, to kindness, or to wisdom. We're going to continue the theme from last time and go with kindness, so into the shop we go.
Hello there, and good afternoon. If I do say so myself, sometimes you roll the dice, and they all come up wenty. Even though the bridges are out, and my supplier has gone missing, I sold yesterday's bread when I wasn't even here. I wish more people were that trustworthy around Daventry. Now, you fine strapping lad, how may I help you?
Alright. So first, let's take a look at these free samples.
Ask us about our free samples.
We won't need that for later in the game, but we just want to keep that in mind for later.
Yes, lad?
Let's see here.
That's not a delicious, chocolate, hideous beast's eye cake I smell cooking, is it?
Looking for an eye, are you? Well, it must be that time of year again. Frankly, I can't tolerate it. The Fays weren't raised that way. It's archaic. So much fighting and needless killing. Compassion comes from the heart, you know? As does food. If you want to get to the heart of any problem, all you need is pie. You look like a compassionate fella, like myself. And I think we're going to get along right as raisins. Please, don't take part in the violence.
Alright. What smells so good?
What's today's special?
Oh, well, today I am baking up quite the treat. Grandma's star shroom pie. A delicacy big enough to feed an army. Or someone with the appetite of an army. I've eaten it in one sitting before. Well, don't judge. No one would trust a skinny baker, now would they? Unfortunately, my ingredients haven't been delivered, and I can't complete the recipe. Until those bridges get fixed, people will just have to settle for the love in my goat hoof pie instead. Tell you what, if you can find me some starberries and sugar shrooms, you can have this monster pie for the discounted price of 1 gold coin.
Alright, so that's our big key there. To get this monster eye, we're gonna have to get that pie. And we are also gonna have to find a gold coin. So, any free samples?
Got any free samples?
Oh, today only. I'm letting people sample our new walnut strudel. However, I ran out of bitter root. It's really nasty on its own, but it really brings out the nutty flavor of the strudel. It usually grows under big, heavy rocks. If you can find me some, you can have all the free samples you want.
Alright, keep that in mind. So, where can I find the big pie's ingredients?
So, where can I find the ingredients for that giant pie?
I'll also need 1 gold coin. But which ingredient?
The starberries.
They are yellow and tend to grow high on trees in sunny areas.
The sugar shrooms.
They are pink and only grow in cold, dark areas.
Alright,
Never mind.
so we got everything we need here.
Good day.
Don't desert me.
Alright, actually we do have 1 gold coin left, so we don't need to find that. What you're gonna want to do is make your way down south. I'm gonna go talk to this guard over here.
I have to get these all picked before I can go home. Leave me be so I can finish my work.
Alright, so the star shrooms grow in high trees, and he's got a fruit picker. That's what we need. So let's go back over this way.
That pumpkin was housing too many squirrels for my taste.
Damn squirrels are everywhere, man. We're gonna need that pumpkin later, but not for a while. So, this giant pie, to get the eye, you're gonna have to take it up this way. Let's see here, no, first I want to go over this way and activate something, and then we'll come back. So here, you'll see a bell on the ground. You'll need it later. Might as well pick it up now.
One bell missing.
This is a statue of the king.
King Edward gave us everything we have. His legacy was tarnished in his later years, but he was a once great man. And he left me with a Daventry to grow into the kingdom it is today.
Alright. So we're gonna make our way north here. There's that giant rock.
I better stand on this side of the rock.
How much you want to bet Bitterroot's in there?
It wouldn't budge.
Nope. Can't do anything with that now.
What a peculiar trap.
Now, you don't need to get this right now, but if you want to unlock an extra cutscene and an achievement, get this before you do anything with the star fruit. And then, oh, didn't mean to do that. Drop down here, and there's the sugar shrooms.
Alright, sugar shrooms.
So make our way back up. Keep heading to the right. We're gonna ignore what's up there for now. Nothing for us yet. And then,
Turn right. No floating islands that way.
well, we're gonna turn right.
Starberries framed a serene view. Shame about that buzzing beehive, though.
Okay. Now, you also have an optional quest to get an achievement for, getting rid of the beehive as well. And, you'll see why later, but that actually helps out with the, pastry chef. And so if you want to get, full completion, you should knock that down.
I ruled the bees' day, and that lovely meal.
And we'll get the star fruit.
I tucked the berries away for later, even though I was craving a cliffside snack.
And we'll go back this way. So now we're gonna go back to the fruit picker. And it's kind of out of our way, but 2 achievements is worth it. Okay, the first thing we need to do is use that piece of steak we got to catch a badger. And he'll be used later on for a wisdom quest, but we need him with the bees, and you'll find out why.
Ew, gross.
Nasty little thing. Okay. I don't know if I would put that in my pocket, but feel free to do what you want, Graham. I'll go back this way, and the guard should be gone so we could get his fruit picker. Before you progress the story any further, we should go and get that beehive taken care of with the fruit picker. Actually, sorry about that. One last thing I forgot for the achievement. So the achievement is, you gotta have the badger be dyed purple and eat the bees. So to get him purple, we're gonna go to the potion shop.
You want the delivery boy, are you? That merchant is usually so prompt with our rare, miraculous, and oftentimes delicious ingredients.
Oh, hush feathers, Chester. This boy's no courier. He desires a position in King Edward's court. He appears to be a compassionate gentleman, but he is clearly out of his comfort zone. He is one who needs to think more with his brain and less with his heart if he is going to defeat the contenders in this year's night tournament.
Zounds! Did you just read my fortune?
No, we're just very old and very judgmental people.
It's true we're judges. This is my judging face.
Ariel and I don't read fortunes anymore.
Yep, there was no future in it.
Well, we've shifted our core business to potions, curiosities, and the occasional practical joke. We gladly share our wisdom for free, but everything else starts at one shiny gold coin.
Take a look around, boy. Let us know if you like anything you see.
Alright, so if you were here for the wisdom test, what you would need is that blue candle there.
It looked like some type of broken lantern.
And then that, I don't even know why it lets you look at it. You can't do anything with these until the very end of the game.
Ooh, what are these little guys?
Those are bird bombs. Our own invention.
Kinda like a smoke bomb, but they release gas that will cause your victim to cluck like a chicken. Temporarily, of course.
Those ones are expired though, so they're just for display.
Alright. You want to check out this pot?
Something mysterious and magical was brewing in that pot.
And in the beginning, if you had chosen wisdom, you would be... It's not letting me go back there. Well, there's a round table back there that you could get.
Becoming a knight too.
Yes, boy?
Okay, so, do you have any
Do you
eyes?
have any eyes of hideous beasts in stock?
An eye, you say? Yes, yes. Your name, please?
It's Graham. Last name?
Graham, with a G, I assume. I don't see your name on this list. Well, you did pre-order, right?
Pre-order?
Oh, yes, this time of year our eyes fly off the shelves.
If you haven't pre-ordered, you're out of luck. Our eyes are completely on back order. If you'd like, we can put you on the waiting list for our next shipment.
When will that arrive?
We get shipments every 8 months.
I'm afraid that won't work.
Well, hang on a sec. It's Graham, right? May we bend your ear for a bit?
Bend away.
You need an eye for the tournament, I'm guessing.
Yes, I have always dreamed of becoming a knight.
Why? With Daventry's addendums this and proclamations that, it seems a frightful business. Do you have any idea how many royal guards we lose to that voracious moat monster?
Well, my father was a knight, and my grandfather was a knight, and my great-grandfather, well, he was a dentist, but his father was a knight. Basically, I come from a long line of protecting crowns. I started looking for knight jobs while I was still in the academy, but once I graduated, all the opportunities had dried up. I might not fit in here, but Daventry's my last shot.
Oh, you'll fit in just fine. It might be too late to capture the rule-defined eye of a hideous beast, but rules will bend for those who can outsmart the rule makers.
Alright.
So, I've just gotta know, what is brewing in that cauldron? Is it a transfiguration elixir? Is it an invincibility potion? If I drink it, will I understand the language of creatures? Will I sprout the wings of an eagle? Or a fly?
Oh, this? teeth whitening potion.
This guy.
It's gonna change everything.
Now, you fine strapping lad. How may I help you?
Alright. So first, let's take a look at these free
Sign
samples.
Red, ask us about our free samples.
We won't need that for later in the game, but we just want to keep that in mind for later.
Yes, lad?
Let's see here.
That's not a delicious, chocolate, hideous beast's eye cake I smell cooking, is it?
Looking for an eye, are you? Well, it must be that time of year again.
Welcome back to part 2 of King's Quest. So last time we left off, we have gone through our first dungeon, we made it across the bridge, and we passed our first test into knighthood, the chivalry test. When we last left off, our next test was to find an eye and present that as our entrance ticket. So, again, we've got 3 paths ahead of us. We can either go through the bravery route and get an eye linked to bravery. Smells so good.
What's today's special?
Oh, well, today I am baking up quite the treat. Grandma's star shroom pie. A delicacy big enough to feed an army. Or someone with the appetite of an army. I've eaten it in one sitting before. Well, don't judge. No one would trust a skinny baker, now would they? Unfortunately, my ingredients haven't been delivered, and I can't complete the recipe. Until those bridges get fixed, people will just have to settle for the love in my go-to.
To kindness or to wisdom. We're going to continue the theme from last time and go with kindness, so into the shop we go.
Hello there, and good afternoon. If I do say so myself, sometimes you roll the dice, and they all come up wenty. Even though the bridges are out, and my supplier has gone missing, I sold yesterday's bread when I wasn't even here. I wish more people were that trustworthy around Daventry. Now, frankly, I can't tolerate it. The Fays weren't raised that way. It's archaic, so much fighting and needless killing. Compassion comes from the heart, you know? As does food. If you want to get to the heart of any problem, all you need is pie. You look like a compassionate fella, like myself. And I think we're going to get along right as raisins. Please, don't take part in the violence.
Alright.